see from Mount St. Mary's? What are you expecting this week on Friday?
They're experienced. They went to the finals of their conference tournament a year ago, and they're I can't even think. It's terrible. I'm getting so old I can't remember. Anyway, they're going to press. It's going to be a diamond press. It's going to be a man-to-man run and jump a little bit, maybe a little 2-2-1. Back to probably some kind of zone.
Obviously, you guys got on the court on Monday. Would you get a sense that a lot of these players, especially the freshmen, are getting excited about the first one that actually does count this week?
I don't know. I haven't seen them since the game, so I was watching film yesterday, and I told them to kind of stay away and relax and get away for a day.
What did you see from your team, I guess, watching film and some things that you liked?
But we made shots. I thought we were very capable of making shots. We didn't, obviously, in the two kind of scrimmages that we had going up and down, but we made shots. I think we pretty consistently made shots. I think a little bit was made the fact that we shoot 41% for the game, but when you look at what we shot from three and you add in that those threes are worth 12 more points than what the twos are, you take a 41% or a 42% if you shoot it that well from three, and the fact that we got to the free throw line a bunch.
Speaking of getting to the free throw line, you guys going to practice and shoot more free throws in practice than before this year?
We can't shoot anymore. We don't have enough time. They make 100 a day. That's a lot.
Just talked to Devin. He said that he doesn't feel like anybody in the entire country can guard him one-on-one at the post. Confidence for a freshman is good, but yeah, how do you view an opinion like that from him?
We've got to throw him the ball more, obviously, than what we did. I think we only threw it to him twice in a post, and scored on the jump hook, and then he had an offensive foul on the other one. But we've got to throw him the ball more. I think part of our problem was we were too perimeter oriented, but part of that too is that we're trying to drive it and get to the foul line as well. So you don't want somebody standing in there when you're driving it. You kind of want to spread them, and Devin's very capable of making these 15-footers. He shoots it pretty well, so I think it'll be kind of a game-to-game deal as to how we put pressure on the rim. We tried to do that before with Dennis in there, basically, and I think we're probably going to do it more now by driving it at the rim rather than throwing it to somebody in the post. I think.
Coach, what's a new season mean to you, or is it just like any other game?
What, the first game?
Yeah.
I don't know, Justin. I think everybody gets excited about the season opening, but I don't know. I worry about us being able to win and get better at the same time.
Right.
And I think I'm kind of thinking that maybe we play too many people early, because you have to win.
Right.
If you don't win, your chances of playing in the postseason aren't near as good. Maybe you skip over some things, and you try to go too fast. And we've tried with this group particularly, because I think we did that before. I think we went too fast, trying to figure out how to win, and we've slowed down considerably. See how that works. It's just hard, because you don't have enough stuff in, and you see mismatches. You see situations where, if you had the stuff in that you need to have in, that you could make an adjustment and kind of attack what they're doing, the weakness of what they're doing, but to call these guys over there who don't have any background on what we're trying to do and try to put a new play in for them, and I don't have that many timeouts, to be honest with you. So we just didn't. We ran one thing on offense when they played man-to-man, and that was it. And it was one thing and one thing only, and we've worked and worked and worked on a little bit of, diversity. They obviously they know to slip screens, they know to reject screens. They didn't do any of that. There wasn't one rejection. There wasn't one. All we did was back cut and curl, and we've got to be more diverse than that against man-to-man. And then we just passed it around the outside and forced enough to make some shots against their zone. We've got to do a better job of attacking the zone, getting into the teeth of the zone and making some things happen.
Do you have any state leaders emerging for this team?
Jawan Staten's done a terrific job. I think the guys that really lead are guys that lead by example, and I think he's done that. He's been day in and day out, at least one of our hardest workers. We've got some guys. Aaron Harris works. Terry, before he got hurt, worked. But Kevin Noreen works. So we've got guys that I think kind of lead that way. And Wani's I think learning more and more and more how to be a vocal leader. Being a vocal leader, you got to do it the right way. You've got to do it where it's you're telling people what to do, but you're not doing it in a condescending way. So it's not taken the wrong way; it's taken the right way. And I think he gets better and better at that all the time.
Do you see when the light comes on with a younger player? Do you see having a practice or a game?
No, could you help me with that? I mean, just kind of tell me what kind of look comes on their face that you just say, no, I flunked mind reading. Did well and everything else. I don't know when it comes on. I mean, they make shots and you think it comes on. The next game they miss shots, does it mean it went off? I don't know. And every situation's different. We're not going to play against. We're going to play against 40 minutes of full court pressure probably on Friday, and then we're probably on Tuesday we're going to go to Blacksburg and we're going to play against a packed-in man-to-man or a packed-in zone. So does it mean they have a good game against pressure when we got the floor spread, and they're not as good against a packed-in zone? Does that mean they had it and then they lost it? I don't know. I mean, it's that's what this makes this game so hard. There's so many different ways to play it and so many different ways to play it well.
You're without Terry. How important does Chase Conner become at this point? I mean, is he going to be relied on for some of that scoring that you talked about?
I think Chase is going to play all year.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that playing Chase in the first half is going to be anything out of the ordinary. He's a guy they got to guard, and he passes the ball fairly well. He's like the rest of them. We got to get better defensively. He's got to make better rotations. He's got to do a better job rebounding the ball. He's got to have a better idea of what's supposed to happen. We miss so many open guys, and that it's hard when guys are wide open. They don't get the ball. That kind of. Then you start wondering, why am I cutting so hard, which hurts your offense. But that's all of them. I mean, it's Chase is going to play. Chase is very much in our rotation.
Talked in the past about wanting guys to understand what it means to play for this university and this state. When you have so many players who are from West Virginia this year, does that help with the message that you usually have to take on your own?
I think we have 5 guys returning, and I think they understand it. And I think after going through what they went through a year ago, I think they understand it even more. So I don't think that's an issue.